Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be drawing a rubber duck using pencil, crayon, and marker. Also, at the end of the video, I discovered a great trick using Pan Pastels, so stay tuned! Using a light blue marker from the brand Pro Marker, I'm filling in the outline drawing of the rubber duck. One thing to remember is, this is a sped up video, so do take your time. So the reference photo I'm using is one of my pencil crayon drawings using the same technique with marker that I completed about a couple months ago. This time I decided to go with a lighter shade of blue. It doesn't really matter what color you use, just stick to the guidelines. After I've put the first layer of marker down, I'm going over top again and shading in all the shadowed areas. Alright, let's speed it up just a bit. Because the beak is so much darker, I'm going in with a darker shade of blue and filling in all the shadowed areas of the beak. This also applies to any other shadowed areas on the duck. Before putting our markers away, we just have to fill in the eye area of the duck. Take your black marker and very carefully fill in the eye, leaving a small white circle. The first pencil crayon I'll be using is Prismacolor Sky Blue Light. It's important to use a light color first, and then build on top of it with a darker color. I do have a bit of a non-conventional style working with pencil crayons. I'm a little all over the place at times, but that's okay, because the point of this is to have fun. So let's get back to it. I did go a little bit lighter in the shadowed areas this time, but that's because I wanted the duck to look a little brighter. If you want your drawing to turn out true to the reference photo, instead of filling in the shadowed area with a light pencil crayon, just use a darker pencil crayon to begin with, and that way you'll get more contrast. When coloring in the beak, it can be quite difficult because there's so many little highlights and shadows. What I like to do is squint my eyes, look at the reference photo, and look for shapes. This is an old trick that really helps. Another trick that really brings the duck to life is outlining the eye with a darker shade of blue. For my next step, using pencil crayon, I'll be going over the shadowed areas I drew with the marker. This may not be for everyone, but I do tend to go in with a lighter pencil crayon first, and then go over it again with a darker pencil crayon, and then I may go over it again with a lighter pencil crayon until I find that perfect shade. Again, this may not be the right way to go about shading with pencil crayon, but I like to explore and try different techniques just so I can discover or figure out what works best for me. Also, the light is coming from the right side of the duck, so you'll see me go in with the white pencil crayon and really highlight that side of the face. I forgot to mention, one of the reasons I like to put down a base color before using pencil crayon is because it makes shading and blending less difficult. This is a great technique for beginners, especially when I started out. I know this was something that really helped me. For example, the white of the paper, or maybe you're not using a super pigmented pencil crayon, can all be corrected if you just have a strong base layer under. Now when it comes to the bottom of the duck's shadow, I like to go in with the darkest shade of blue, or whatever color you're working with, and blend out with gray, then white to get a realistic looking shadow. Earlier on in the video, I mentioned to you guys that I was going to show you a little trick that I learned. I started to use Pan Pastels. They really remind me a lot of finger paints, plus you also have to use sponges to apply them. Something really cool Pan Pastels can be used for is a background, because using pencil crayon as your background color can be tedious, let's face it. and time consuming, but Pan Pastels can get the job done super fast and easy. Not only can they be used as a base layer, but a top layer as well. So, say you feel the color isn't strong enough or you need to highlight your image more. That's where Pan Pastels come in handy because you can layer right on top of your drawing. It's pretty awesome. See how quickly and easily the duck is getting more vibrant with color? It's that simple. I find that it really gives the image an airbrushed, clean look too. I hope you guys learned something today. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.